Hi there. Today we're going to do a quick highlights basically on this 2018 Coachmen. This thing is it's a 26 footer, so we're going to cover some of the quick things to basically keep in mind or for reference on this unit while you're out there on the road. All right, first things first here with the 2018 Coachmen. I'm going to go ahead and cover the control panels and the stuff as you walk in. Right here as you're walking in the door, it's real nice on this unit. You got your breaker box and your fuse panel right here. It looks like the AC has been shut down or tripped, so we'll go ahead and switch that over. A good demonstration there of in case you find something awry, that will be what you find. So you'll flip that back on to full power. That is your breaker box and fuse panel there. Then you have your awning function here, your awning function in and out. So you hold the out button and you got your awning function. These things are sweet. So as long as it's not too windy, anything above 5-8 miles an hour breeze, that's a little too windy. So you'll want to bring that thing back in. Oh, and good thing it moves quick. So you want to move that thing back in so it does not get torn off in the breeze. So you have these other two switches here. This first one, the top one, operates some interior lights. So that'll give you some light as you're on your way in. This second one down here gives you a cool little LED strip outside here. And that gives you some light underneath your awning or just outside so you can see the door or find your way in or anything like that while you're out there camping on the road. Excuse me. Okay, so right here we have our main control panel, or basically where you want to monitor your stuff. We'll start with the controls here. You got your water pump feature. That is how you turn on the water pump. This will light up when it is operational. Now it is all shut down because it is winter here in Colorado and we have these things winterized. So same thing goes with the water heater. You see, it'll still turn on, but please don't turn it on during the winter. So yeah, you want to turn this on about 20 to 30 minutes before you want to go ahead and take a warm shower. Your water pump will turn on right away. It'll pressure up the system. You'll be good to go, ready to use water at any time. The slide in and slide out, basically the function here is for the bedroom feature. So this is really neat. I'll cover this really quick. Let's shut the refrigerator. Okay, so this bed is a folding mattress. Well, that's pretty crazy. It's the first one I've ever seen, to be honest. So I was pretty impressed by it. All right, so that feature there is going to be operated by that slide room button in, and you hold that. All right, there we go. I'm holding the button in, and we have full operation here of the slide room as it works its way in. So when it's all the way in, and by the way, you want to make sure nothing's in the way of that thing because it'll just plow right through it. So once it's all the way in, after it winds a little bit because it's kind of chilly, after it's all the way in, that's what it'll look like when you're on the road. So when you get to where you're going and you want to pop out, hold that out button, slide room out, and it'll drive itself on out there into the world. All right, and you will know that that thing has finished its journey as soon as it stops moving, basically. It'll find its resting place. You'll want to make sure both corners are out equally, as well as when you bring it in, you want to make sure everything snugs up equally. So that's all the way out. Right here, we'll go over the features here. This is your monitor. Here you're going to have your propane levels, your battery level, your fresh tank level, which is empty because it is winter and we are winterized. That will be full when you pick up. So you'll see all those lights lit up. Your black tank, which is your sewage, your gray tank, which is your sink and shower, anything outside of your sewage, so anything that doesn't go down the toilet will end up in the gray tank, and that is basically your monitor there. So you can keep an eye on all your levels here. This is a fairly new unit, so I think all these are basically trustworthy as far as that goes. Older units, you basically want to bring a flashlight with you and shine it down the toilet so you can check and see if that black water is getting a little too full. In that case, you definitely just want to find yourself a dump station and take care of your dump. Typically the gray tank and the black tank, you'll always want to dump together so you can keep a good eye on that and a good basic judgment on how those work. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly go over the cooling and the furnace system over here. So it's simply like a touch button. You turn that thing on, there's your fan, you switch it on over to cool. It's set at 66. You know, when I'm cooling, I like to be set at like 57. Make it nice and cold. We'll just do 58. But flip it over to the furnace, and as far as the furnace goes, we like to run that thing about 75, especially in the wintertime. Get it nice and toasty in here. You can probably hear that furnace running right now. That's basically your in and outs of the furnace and the cooling system here on this unit. As far as the cooling goes, when you're using the cooling, you're definitely going to want to make sure you're hooked up to a power outlet or your plug, got that generator running, because that's going to provide you enough power so that you're not sucking down that battery and leaving yourself with no juice there. Or you can always start up the engine and run the engine, because that charges the coach battery. We're going to go ahead and go over the 2018 Coachmen bathroom. Here is a regular foot pedal style toilet. This one's going to have the foot pedal down here on the right side, kind of secretive, hidden there. It looks like a little bit of pressure in the lines, so that's a good you know, indicator on how to operate this pedal. You're gonna barely want to push down on it like that, and that'll give you enough water. With the water pump running, it'll continue to fill up that water bowl as far as you want, but really you just want about quarter to halfway full when you're going to go ahead and flush your solid waste. You want a pretty good mixture in there so that nothing gets stuck on the way down. So that's basically the toilet feature there. And once you want to go ahead and flush, you just hit that thing wide open and dump all that waste down. And once again, that's a good way to check your toilet levels too, is just use a flashlight down there. All right, and after that we'll go ahead and cover the shower over here. It's just a typical shower. You got your hot and cold water. You got a little skylight, and it looks like you got yourself a little shower light in there too, which is really nice because you know, that skylight doesn't become very useful at night. So all right, that's pretty much your shower function there. All units will come with your 3 rolls of toilet paper and 1 or 2 of those toilet tabs for sanitation and scent purposes, so you can use those. And that is basically the bathroom features here.